Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Welcome, my dear students, to Advanced Mobile Application. So let us talk about this week what we have to cover. First of thing, I'm going to open the group to apply the lectures of today. Then I will open the starter code for this week. If you look at this is the starter code that we are going to use and code a custom category widget. So this is our topic for today, coding a custom category widget. So we are going to work mainly on two files, that files, main.dat and category.dat to customize the category widget. At the beginning, this is our code that we have. Then if we run it, then what we are going to add is this let's say this text and the icon. When you click on the text at the end, it will just reflect on it will give you this animation on top. Okay, so I know this is maybe it seems like a simple task, but at the end this is very useful. I mean, this is the basic step when you want to build the list of items for the converter application, because you have many lists of items. That's why you have to make one of them, then apply the same logics on others. Let us also go to should I should close this one maybe. Let us also open lecture notes for the advanced mobile application. Okay, to see what we have covered so far. So we covered that part, then just to recap, then we moved from that to starting setting Flutter on Android Studio on the device. Then you build work it on the Hello Rectangle app by just copying and pasting this example. Then the week after, you work it on the practical undo this one, this Hello Rectangle. You wrote the code for this application from scratch by yourself to understand more about widgets on Flutter and how to use them. Then building your own widget for today. We are working on this one. So building in your own widget, if I'm just going maybe to go a little bit faster than explaining this one, you can read the whole text. But the basic idea, if you want to use widgets, you can use, for example, here a list style widget, but for our application that we are going to build, a unit convert application, but will give you this result at the end, which is a little bit different than what we want on the right side. We want a custom widget to get maybe more spacing between and more padding between and bigger size of maybe, let us say, same size maybe for the text. But we can use a little bit bigger icons and with more padding and more spacing. So this is on the right side that we want to build without if we want to use to build a custom widget. If we use the built-in list style, we can build it on this way. So look at our category widget. It's composed of an icon and some text. The icon on the left text they are neatly arranged in a row, as you can see, and you can use built-in class such as list style to build this widget, to use this widget. This widget already has a built-in icon on the left and text on the right, and gesture detection for when you tap on a press on one of them. So if you look at here, for example, if we want to deconstruct what we have to build this application, to start off with, at the top, we have container for this one. Inside that container, what we have inside, which is a row, we can call it. So inside this container, we have to build a row because, as you can see, the sequence on Flutter, we have a row to be used. If you want to put two things together, one on the right, on the left, you can use a row. So after inside the container, we have a row. Then this row has two widgets. The first one is the icon itself on the left side, and the second one is the text. The icon has also some padding. That's why around the icon, rather than using a container, better than using a container to wrap the icon, we can just use a padding widget. We start off using a text widget on the right side. So this is like a construction of the widget that we want to build. Then after we code like through, we see this the text actual like start of the top left, like a lot of space. This will be the problem. To center it, we will just put what, for example, we will put center to become, instead of getting it at the top, we have to put to use also wrap it with the center widget. Then we wrap after that, after a row, we wrap it with an inkwell border radius to get rounded corners for our inkwell animation. So the inkwell will help us to get the animation when you click on the text, let us say, on the row. Then one of the inkwells insisters has to be material widget. That's why we have a material here widget. Otherwise, you can use an inkwell. That's why we put inside the material, we put everything, because one of the insisters of has to be material widget. So we can wrap it with this one. Then how did we magically know all of this? Of course, we can go to the documentation for like each one of these widgets to know how to use them. And we also have to consider, for example, a padding for each widget here, for the whole widget and for the icon. We can wrap the widget with the padding as we did with the icon, and also all of the widget containers. Or we can use widget container. We can also use the built-in padding property that we are going to use in this application. Both padding and margin are defined using an edge inset when you call this one a property later. So this is like, if we look at the part of code, like we started with this is like how we are going to work on coding by using this one. We start with material, then container, then padding, then inside the padding inkwell. Inside the inkwell we have row. Then inside the row we have, for example, we said allow you to use two children. First one the padding, and inside the padding the icon, then the other one center. Inside the center we have text child last one. So we stop here. We finish. According to here, as you can see the code, we start from the material, then after material inside the widget we have material, then after material we have a container, then an inkwell, then we continue with others like the padding and the row, and we go to the icon and others. This is the other part of the code, as you can see, padding and the other child center. Inside center we have text, and that's it. So all of them, material, container, inkwell, padding, a row inside, which is the padding that contains the icon, and the center that contain text. We just created our custom widget. We will name this our category widget. But we can also extend this one for other projects and rename it to something else, like for example using a style, custom style. So it's often quicker to use a built-in widget, but sometimes it's worth effort to build your own, as we saw in the beginning, as I explained, which can then be customized, more customized, resized, tweaked exactly to what you like. So for this part for today, I'm going to create working on code your own category widget by following these steps. And as I said, we will work on mostly on this one, on this diagram, or on this, let us say, image. We will start always following this logic. So keep this one in your mind. I will start opening like working based on this flow. I have to start with material, then go to container, putting an inkwell with the padding, then row. Inside the row we have padding, then inside padding icon, and inside the other children's center we have text. So this is how basic. This is like a plan that I'm going to follow. And here in this exercise, this is because a quiz asking you to do that application. So these are the width, height, and the icon size, the icon color background with this text width and text size. All these are going to use for the coding for this example. And the required goal is using existing Flutter widget that we are going to get now. Building a custom category widget, customize the widget to your liking or to given properties, let's say, or text. The steps we have to go to the fill to do in the category that we have this part we have to do to fill it, and in the main dot also we have it using the specs below. Customize the category widget if desired. Some ideas are listed below. The icon, color, and text should be passed in the category widget upon installation. This will fill that we need to use, and the height of category should be like this. The padding also, widget border should be like, for example. So all this we have to consider when we're building the application for today. Let us start. Let us start now. Where is Android Studio? I'm going to create a new project. Flutter, new Flutter project. Okay, just for that today, Flutter application. I will just make Flutter application. For example, today is 14. I will just make it 14. Okay, then everything is decided here, which is not important. Location, SDK, these are default. I'll keep them. Then, okay, all these are okay. I have no problem with this. Okay, now it will be created the project for us. So let us meanwhile go to the here to the code. Take the code that we have. We will go, as you know, to the lib part inside the library. We can find whatever, or you can, of course, you can download this application. For example, clicking the Audacity code, download this one and open it on Android Studio. What should we do on the next lecture, for example? Opening the, okay, let me just open the library. And we are going to take the code from here, copy and paste. Because just see, still creating the Flutter project. In this window, yes. I will close the other window. Okay. So if you look at here now, all right. So I'm going to copy the main dot and the other one also. So this is the main dot. We can start from here, first line. We don't care maybe about too much about this comments for now. We can start from the import until last one. These comments you can delete later if you want from your own code. Copy this one. I will copy the main and I will create the other class. So now it's being created. I think is it finished? It seems finished. So let us go and to the library part. Open this one is open already. Control A, delete, paste what we got. Okay, this is regarding the main dot, and let us go to the other file also. Bag, category dot, category. So I have to create a new file, that file called category dot. And this one I will just copy this one also from the import statement until last line. Copy it. And the file name, as you can see, if you go back, it is category. Okay, and Java, we have this one, dot file. So dot file should be category. Category. Enter. Press enter to get it. And paste the code that we have got for category. Okay, so far we have only one error. This error is saying here, for example, importing, we have to import the category file inside the main dot. That's why maybe this one is different because the project is different. That's why you can delete this one. And you can write category. You will get it in the auto completion category.dot, this one. This is our application. As you can see, the package name here is Flutter application 14, then slash category dot. Okay, we press enter. Now the error has gone. We can write now to understand what's going on exactly in the beginning. So I already showed it to you. You get only empty screen with green color. So to be aware that we are going to build. This one is already the finished version, the different version. It will not be like this one at the beginning. This for next week. We are going to make it look like this one. We are going to develop it for that. Today only we are focusing on one of them. Only, for example, we can put a text line or first one, let us say. We'll just write category and the icon that we should use. So let us run it. Now we got it here. emulator is there, so we can just run. While it's running, I'll just go back and show to you what we are going to get. So this is what we are going to get for the beginning. This is the start, and later after we finish, we can see a cake and we can press it to get the animation part. So this is our plan for today. And these are the specs, required specs. Okay, let's go and work on it. Still it's loading. So if we let us take a look on the screen meanwhile. So what we have now, we have here three constant, the cake, the icon, the color is defined as a constant also. So to do pass the information into your custom category widgets, we have to pass this information to the category widgets, which what we have as the other file. We're going to pass all of them, these three parameters for the constructor. We have more to do also here. We have here also another to do. Determine what properties you will need to pass in the widget, because here constructor is now is having nothing. If we go to now the constructor widget, category, sorry, constructor, you will need to the name, color, icon, location from main dart to be inserted here. All right, sorry about this disconnection. So now it will only return a container for you currently. The category, when you here write child category, we have, so what we have here inside this application on the main, we have material app, and inside this one we have title for this application, unit converter, then scaffold, as you know, to get the body, and if you want to add later application bar. We have center, inside the center we have category. And we have this one, colors, cake, whatever, icons and text. Till now it's running. Fortunately, it takes a while just to be run. So background color for the application now is this one, the green. If we can see colors with the green 100. The level of green is 100. Okay, now I think it's working. Let us see. It's okay, building the application and installing the build application on the APK on the device. So it seems it's already going to be opened on the device. Sorry about this delay, but really Windows Studio usually require high specs devices to be run easily. Okay, now we should only get, as I said, only background color we have, and body is returning a category. Category has nothing now inside that one. Category has nothing now, only returning a container, empty container. So now it's being running. So we start at the beginning. Okay, that's it. This is the application at the beginning. We're going to start now working on the requirements. For example, defining the height, border radius for this one, the border radius, which is half of the category number that we have, half of the height. Okay, we are going now to define this constant at the beginning. Let us just start. So we'll go first thing to the application itself. We'll go to the category, and we'll put our constants here. Just put them at the top. So we can now write, for example, if we make now at the beginning, let us say row, I'll make them just private for only for this, because only we need them inside this class or inside this file to be specific. Row height, for example, if we make it integer now, okay, you can make it integer. It was double, sorry, the number 100. If we look at here, 100.0, so it should be double. Let us say we call it, for example, as mentioned, it should be row height. Then it was, as you see, 100.0. Then if we go for the other one, for example, let us say double, also it was double. It was saying it is half boulder radius, it was half of the height. So it was just like it on that way, radius equals. So we have a widget will help us to use this one called border. This one, radius. It was the design was circular as okay, so circular as requirement. Then it will be row height divided by 2, as mentioned on the requirement. It says we should make it half as row height divided by 2. Then that's it. Okay, so now what's going wrong? It says value of border can be assigned to a variable of double. It cannot. A value of type border radius cannot be assigned to a variable. Try changing type of variable casting right and type to double. So double could not be used. For example, if we make it like this, integer also be rejected. Now, if we want, for example, just let me show you something. Now, if we want to, we have to make it final this value because we are going to use the constant. These are constant. So to avoid any error, just we can make this our variables are final because they are constant as mentioned in the requirement. So their type is final, could be. Then if we go to the, this is the class that we have. We have to create, for example, now category. So let us just add what we need, the icon, text, and it was saying icon, text, and string. How we know all of them? We can just check, for example, we need a name, color, and the icon, location. It's already mentioned on the law. We need on the to do on the comment. So let us create all of them, and the requirements also mentioned. So we can create, for example, string for the name. Then we can just create the other one, which was color swatch. For the color, we have this type. Sorry, it should be capital color swatch. Okay, then we'll just call it, for example, color to make it simple name. Then last one was, let us call it an icon data for the icon location. This is icon data, so it means, this is like data type exists on Dart called icon data, which is for icon location. Okay, so now we have declared all the variables that we need. So we get now an error on the constructor side. Let us see what is the error. The error is saying cannot define constant constructor for a class without non-final field. It says all your files fields that you will use for this class category should be final, okay, to be used in the constructor. So let us make them all of them final. Then if we go here also make it final. So final, it means what, as you know in programming or what we studied, it means like constant during the runtime. Okay, after that, it says now all finals, okay, must be initialized, but color, icon, and one, okay, so must be initialized, this file. So how to initialize them? As you know, we were using like this, how to create a constructor. We said on that, it's very easy. Just you can write this dot variable name. First one, let us make it name, same as the sequence at the top. Then the other one, this dot icon location. Sorry, this dot color. And the other one, last one is this. We have only three fields to initialize for the constructor. This dot what? Like location. Great. Now the constructor is done. So we can start now. You might feel comfortable to start with working on after constructor, after declaring your fields that you need. Then the constructor you can use and work on the application itself. So in the application, just to show you, we have to follow now again. I will not repeat this one again, just only one time. We're going to follow the sequence, starting creating material, inside material container, then padding inside it. Inside this one equal, we have a row, and inside we have two children. So we are going to follow this one sequence and based on the requirements, given requirement, these numbers that we have here. For the icon, for width, height. Okay. So after we declared now our variables, we are going to first step done, and height also done. Padding will come to it when we come to the row. Widget border also we finish this one. Icon size will come and declare that one when we reach it. The size and the padding and text size also when we reach that one. Inkwell will not animate if the on top function is null. So that's why we have to at least use the print statement for we can copy and paste this code on top, and on top we will just write print I was tapped to be shown on the console, just to activate it on top to show animation. The equal splash and highlight colors should be also the color that we will pass. Okay, so we have this is starter code that we are going to use. Let us go to work on the application itself. So first thing we said, according to the design that we have, we are going to put what? Material. So we can start working on the material at the beginning. So material instead of container, we don't have container at the beginning. Okay, after material, we should add what? We have a color. The color was only for the material. It was on the design, it was this one. It was transparent color. So to use transparent color, you can call this one later to make your color transparent. Color dot transparent. And this is how to make a transparent color for the whole, widget. After that, we have child was inside the material. It was, we have only child. The child was what? Child was, as you might remember, was a container. So we have container. Okay, then inside